Welcome back to Fundamental Checkmates that you must know. Today we are looking at the backrank checkmate, and this was one of my favorite ones to go ahead and research because, well, the backrank checkmate has this connotation to it of being a very beginner, a very basic checkmate pattern. And so one of the cool things that I tried to do when searching for examples of it is look at the more complicated and complex examples of backrank checkmate, because they contain some beautiful ideas and they really take this very simple concept to a whole new level. So we're going to start, as always, by looking at the theoretical definition of what the backrank checkmate is. Then we'll go through 3 examples together, and I'll give you 3 more examples in the end of the video for you to try on your own. So what is the theoretical definition of this checkmate? Well, the backrank checkmate, just as it sounds, is a checkmate where you give a check on the back rank. So with the white pieces, this would be on the 8th rank, to a king that has no way to escape the back rank. Of course, with the black pieces, this would be the 1st rank to a king that cannot escape the 1st rank. And a very important thing to understand is that these do not necessarily need to be pawns. For example, if this was a rook and this was a bishop, this would still be checkmate and this would still be the back rank checkmate. Similarly, if this pawn was gone, and let's say there was a bishop here cutting this square away from the king, this would also be back rank checkmate. So it's basically a situation where the king cannot escape the back rank for whatever reason. It doesn't necessarily have to be pawns blocking the king. Okay, so this, of course, is one of the more basic examples. So I want to go through a real game example that takes this up to a whole new level. But this is still considered more of the basic ones, and you'll see even more complicated ones throughout the video. Now here, of course, the key thing here is that the king cannot escape, and so you immediately should be looking, especially when you have so much power on a file like the d file, you immediately want to look at some of these ideas of sending the rook up, and in this case it simply works because after takes, you take again, you gave away a piece, but now you have checkmate. The queen infiltrates, the bishop is no longer a rook, you've taken away the defense along the 8th rank, and now you can infiltrate. So this one was a very cute example, giving away a rook, but by doing so, leaving the back rank without defense, and now you can infiltrate. And so this one was quite nice. Here's a second one with the black pieces this time, and here's a very nice example of a sacrifice that leads to a back rank checkmate. And so in this position, black can play queen takes f2. And, well, okay, if the king moves, then we have this back rank checkmate, funnily enough. But, of course, the critical line is after white takes. And here, very importantly, rook to a1 wins the game. I mean, the rook can give itself up, but ultimately, this f2 rook has to drop back. And now either one of these rooks can take it. And with each case, it is a back rank checkmate. The king cannot escape the back rank. So this one was, again, quite nice. Now here, this one is already taking it up a notch. This is one of the harder ones that I have in this collection. It's also the last one that we'll do together, and then you'll get a few to do on your own. So here, the biggest issue that you might be seeing is, well, it seems like black is definitely controlling the back rank. So how are we going to get any sort of ideas of getting the rook here with checkmate? Well, this is kind of where you need to think of a technique that I'm going to introduce here. It's a very beautiful technique. So the solution starts with rook takes f6 check. The king has to move to the corner. Now you give a check with the knight. King has to go back with this bishop, now aiming at it, and now you give this check on d8, and now the trick is revealed. The knight is actually blocking these 2 rooks, and in a very genius way, you've positioned your pieces where now you have your own side of the board here to just deliver checkmate. This knight is blocking off these 2 rooks from the king side. And so this idea of interposing the defensive ideas that your opponent has on the back rank is an incredibly beautiful one and a very nice technique, and you're actually going to get another opportunity when it comes to your puzzles to try this on your own. So this one I thought was very beautiful. And now actually we do reach the time where it's now up to you. So here you're playing with the black pieces. This is the first puzzle that I want you guys to try to solve. Again, it is black to move here. And, well, how do you use the idea of the back rank checkmate to find the solution? This is one of the harder ones I have to admit, in the bunch that we looked at so far. But it just as a little hint, if you're having trouble with it, if you don't want hints, then of course pause the video now. But if you do want a hint, this uses the idea of interposing the defense that this rook offers along the back rank with this knight. So the same thing we just looked at, you have another one of those here. And just a second hint, because again, this one is incredibly tricky. The first move, I'm going to give it away right now, queen to d4 check. So hopefully that will help you if you needed it. And now let's move on to the next puzzle for you guys to solve here with the white pieces. And how do you use the idea of backrank checkmate to either checkmate the opponent or to win a lot of material. And actually, in this case, it's probably going to be the latter one. Of course, black can allow you to checkmate them, but if they play perfectly, you're not going to do a checkmate, but you're instead going to just win a very nice amount of material in a very beautiful way. So again, pause the video and try to find the solution to this puzzle. And for the final one, we have this one right here. Again, white to move, and again, using backrank checkmate to end the game. Pause the video for a third time, and hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. I do want to actually leave you off with just one little advice that you can also learn from this backrank checkmate, and it kind of is right here. You never really want to get to a position where your king has all of the squares taken away. So in the opening, in the middle game, at some point when you reach a position where you don't really know what to do, definitely consider playing, well, the typical move is h6, but there's cases where g6 is even stronger. f6 probably a little less because it very much weakens this diagonal and your opponent can try to infiltrate along that diagonal. But h6 or g6, consider one of those two moves to give your king some breathing room so you're never left in a position where backrank checkmates are possible and they really harm you. And so that is definitely something to learn from this checkmate pattern. It's a very easy one to avoid if you play it properly in the middle game and opening, but it is incredibly powerful if your opponent does not aim to stop it. Thank you guys for watching this video. Like this video if you found this helpful. Subscribe if you want more videos just like this one, and I will see you next time. Peace out.